What's up with your butt up? What's up, my beautiful Glamazons, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your favorite with your messy ass story time. And boy, do I have a messy story for you. Listen, okay, my nails are looking all kinds of ratchet, so I am gonna be like trying to stick them on while I tell this story. Multitasking, bitch. Got shit to do, and I cannot have my nails be looking like this forever. Y'all know I'll be doing my nails at home, but I'm too lazy this week, so I'm gonna do some really quick press-ons. I think these are from Kiss. They're cute color, look. Isn't that cute? Y'all, I need to tell you guys this story because I swear I had like a prank off with the old ass fucking lady that I used to work with, and I want to tell you guys all about it and how it started, because this bitch, I swear she had it out for me and she could have got me fired so many times, and this is just one of many instances. So let's get into it. So I get a really good job each. Location was great, pay was great, everything was all good. Like the stars were aligning for your girl, right? I was hired on as the receptionist slash office manager, which is basically the same fucking thing. I will say this with my whole fucking chest. I don't care what your opinion is. Experience will always trump education. I'm so sorry. Well, you know, not everybody takes kindly to new faces around the office, okay? Everybody has like their own routine. There's literally cliques. It's basically being in high school with a bunch of older people. You have the affairs, the cool girl crowd, you have like the party planners, you have like the nerds, the IT department. Actually, the IT department was always my best friends. I have to learn the dynamic of this entire office, and there's this one fucking lady, okay? And every office has a Betty or a Susan or a Deborah that like, she's basically the office mom, and she's been there for years and years and years. She probably had her children and her wedding in this fucking office, bitch. And I definitely had one of my own, and we're gonna name her Patricia. Patricia, whatever. I have a few different people that train me for this position, one of which is Patricia. She starts my training, you know, by announcing herself and letting me know her role in the office and like how long she's been there and how well she knows the executives, and like she was there during like the grind time for the company, you know, like, you know, grassroots, you know, like really just a part of the family. First and foremost, letting me know that she's that bitch around here, okay? And that she makes up all policies and procedures. They're all finalized through her. Message received. Okay, Patricia. All right, message received, girl. Can't nobody function without coffee, especially. So I was in charge of like handling the vendors and making sure that everything got delivered. Creamers, sugar, stirs, the coffee itself. So anyways, y'all, I get to learn my entire position. You know, it's pretty straightforward. As the months go on and I start getting more comfortable with my position, you know, you start you create your own routine. You start kind of like, you're still doing what you were taught to do, but you're doing it in your own way and like your own schedule and like how everything works for you, right? For shits and gigs, let's say like, I want to say like 5-6 months passed. I mean, I know my job like the back of my hand, right? I make really great friends with the executives and like with the higher ups, and they all love my work, and I'm starting to take on more projects and everything is going great. Patricia doesn't think fucking so, okay? So it almost seemed like the better I was doing, the more shitty she would treat me. And like, I mean, like at first she was like all chummy with me and like, let me know if you need any help with anything, sweetheart. Like, don't forget, like, I know all of the tricks of the trade. Like, I know everything. I know this whole building backwards and forward. Girl, by this point, she was like barely saying hi to me in the morning. Everything was a fucking mistake. She would nitpick about everything that I did, bitch, down to like the fucking font that I would use, or the size of the font that I would use for the calendars for the conference rooms that I would post every evening. Like before we would leave, I would post the next day's meetings. So it goes from that to, you didn't order enough of this, and I'm like, hey, like I would have to keep track of inventory of everything in the office. What are people drinking the most? What are people eating the most? What are they consuming the most? What are they using the most? So that way we're not wasting money on just frivolous items that nobody's using. Well, Miss Patricia had a whole fucking Excel spreadsheet of like numerical values of everything that she usually orders, and it was usually the perfect amount. And I went off of her fucking spreadsheet for the first like 2-3 months of my job there, and bitch, when I tell you, I had an overflow of fucking spoons that we didn't need. Like I had an overflow of this and that, just random fucking shit. It was just a waste of money. I start doing real time fucking inventory every week, week. In my mind, I feel like my numbers are accurate, bitch, because like I know what the fuck is in these. I'm literally counting how many boxes of what. I am doing my job at the end of the day. I am doing my job, bitch. Yeah, I remember this was like one of the biggest sticking points, because this was a point in time where I was like sick of her shit, and I started standing my ground because I felt like, yeah, you know, like you may have been here for years, Miss Patricia, but like with all due respect, this is my position, this is my job, these are my job duties, and like I'm doing it in the way that I know how. Here's the thing, sweet pie. Ain't nobody coming to you complaining. There was never a lack of anything. Like, it was just shit that she did not like the way that I was doing it. I sit down, I go over all of my records and like start showing her my spreadsheet. And I'm like, this is as of last week and the week before and the week before. Here's the median number. So we're going to go off of that average and then like base the shopping list off of that. I did this out of the goodness of my heart, bitch, because I don't want no problems. I get it. Like, you're that bitch around here, and so you think that I need to answer to you. I'm gonna go ahead and appease you for a little bit, but bitch, honestly, so she looks at my spreadsheet. She's like, no, that is way too little. That is way too little, and like, you need to change that. You know what? Tell you what, Patricia, why don't we plan a meeting? I was meeting queen, okay? Like, the same way that I believe in confrontation at work too, and like I said, I've always said this, confrontation doesn't have to be a bad thing. Confrontation means confronting the issue so that everyone's on the same page. We'll meet up with so-and-so in AP. We're going to call her Susan. Susan from AP, all right? And that's accounts payable. These are the people that are paying our bills for the office, including but not limited to the vendors. Ask her for like the itemized statements of everything that we're spending each month and see if the cost has remained the same, lowered, increased since I started taking over the shopping list. Like, I'm curious. If I ever went on vacation, if I ever took a day off, this bitch would come to my desk and change up everything that I had. My files, like everything. And it's shit like that. We're like, what do? Do you be petty and do you go to like your fucking superiors? She moved my stuff. Like, no, you're not gonna do that. So like, I had to play this smart, bitch. And I was trying to play her at her own game, okay? She's not about to back down, bitch. I will see you and Susan bright and early tomorrow morning. Okay, Patricia. Bye now. Have a great evening. So the next day comes around, we have this meeting, and turns out, dun dun, I'm actually saving money with my method because I'm not fucking stupid and I know how to do inventory and I know how to do math, bitch. I was saving thousands. And like Susan was like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Miss Patricia was not happy. She was not fucking happy about it. She left that fucking meeting stewing, okay, bitch, because she had never, and I mean never, been challenged and then had somebody else outside of the administrative team tell her that she's wrong. And this was like the first time I was rocking boats, bitch. And I was like, well, I mean, we could take it there. That's fine. I'm not going to continue to have you recreate the wheel every time I want to do something. Like, no. Fast forward, bitch. And I've talked about this story before. This is the same fucking lady that decides that she's going to spread a rumor around my office because I was out sick and I was throwing up because I was sick. This fucking bitch decides that she's going to tell the whole office that I am pregnant. And I was like 19, 20 years old, okay? She tells the whole office that I'm pregnant. And that bitch, she has the fucking audaciousness to try to fucking insinuate that the father of this alleged child is my coworker because I just so happened to house sit for him while he was out of town. With David, might I add. So we ended up having this meeting about that, and I was fucking pissed because then when I came back to work, everybody's like asking about this pregnancy and like trying to congratulate me and shit. I'm so fucking confused. So I take this to the execs. That is just beyond wrong, especially in a work environment, okay? She ends up getting reprimanded for what she said. And like after that, bitch, I was enemy numero uno, bitch. Like it was not gonna get better after that. Weird shit starts happening. All of a sudden, the volume on my phone is completely down. So I missed like 3 or 4 calls. I swear this fucking old bitch did it. I swear she did it, okay? Nobody else would have done that. And I don't know when and I don't know how, bitch, but like it was happening, okay? Or my computer would be locked out and it would say password attempted too many times. So I would have to contact the IT department. And this would be like while I was passing out mail in the office or while I was on lunch or like if I went out to the bathroom real fast, I would come back and my shit would be fucked up like that, right? I had a routine. Okay, routine is so important with your daily job, with your life, really. I had everything down to a science, bitch. At the end of every single day, I would clean the kitchens because I wanted them nice and clean for the next morning. And of course, cleaning out the coffee pots and then getting everything ready for brewing the next morning. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of the coffee pots that we would use in this office. They're like this, okay? These are big, like corporate style coffee pots that keeps the coffee warm. It keeps a large volume of coffee warm for a long period of time. It's almost like an industrial sized coffee maker. These things don't fucking play. We would have 4 of these on each side of the floor, bitch, to handle everybody's coffee consumption. Y'all, I had like 8 of these bitches to clean out every fucking day. I would like clean them out with soap and water. Like, let me tell you something. The fucking girl that was training me when I first started working here, she wouldn't even clean it out with soap, bitch. She would just rinse it with water. And I just felt like that was nasty, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I spent a lot of fucking time with them coffee pots, bitch. After I washed them, I would like have them sit upside down while I clean the rest of the kitchen, let them kind of drain. And then I would take them, have them open, put them in the coffee maker, like in their spot. I would put the coffee grounds in there and I would get everything prepared. Boop, push the button for it to start brewing, okay? This was my routine every fucking night, okay? Every evening before I left, I was rinsing out them fucking coffee pots and then getting them ready for the 1 button push in the morning. So because I live so close to the office, bitch, a lot of times I was there early because like it was a hop, skip, and a jump from my apartment. On my side of the floor, because you know we had those 2 kitchens, in my kitchen on my side of the floor, I was always the one that pressed that brew button on all 4 of the coffee pots. And because of my routine and what the fuck I do every day, because I'm good at my fucking job and because I'm good at time management skills, bitch, I know that these coffee pots are cleaned out, ready to go. Boop, push of a button and we good to go, okay? Like, I know this like the back of my hand because I just did this, okay? One day comes around, normal day like any other, all right? I come into work, I set down my bags, I go into the break room, I put my lunch into the little refrigerator in there, and boop, I press brew on all of the coffee pots and I go back to my desk because these things are so big, it would take like a good 10 minutes for the entire brewing process to take place. I go back to my desk, I power on my computer, you know, I start getting everything situated, turning my phone on, you know, like getting ready for a day of work, you know what I'm saying? I go through my emails, I get a few calls. After the second or third call, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a second, I'm gonna go get me a cup of coffee, right? I stay on the phone and all of a sudden I hear, oh my God, call maintenance, like we need towels, like da-da-da, and like it could start a flood, like what happened? At this point, I'm trying to hurry this person off the phone because I need to know what the fuck is going on. I keep looking back and I just see a crowd forming right outside of the break room, and like they're like all looking in and they're like kind of stepping back like, oh fuck, and I'm like looking at the ground. Our carpets in there were really dark, so I'm like so confused and I'm trying to look at the ground like what the fuck, because like they're all looking down like they're terrified of something. Phone, I'm like, yes, you know, like call me if you have any questions, okay, bye, and you know, like getting off the phone. I get up, I go over there, y'all. As soon as I get like 5 feet away, I start smelling like the smell of burnt coffee. Then I look down, and even though the carpet was very dark, there was a huge, there was a dark ass path on the fucking carpet that was going down the hallway. And then I look into the actual break room, which is carpet as well, bitch. And all over the counters, all underneath the coffee makers, it is a huge, huge puddle of coffee. Every single one of them coffee makers overflowed. Every single one of them. And I mean, it was like a fucking water park in there full of coffee. Immediately, I could feel all of my coworkers looking at me because they knew. I turned on the coffee makers every fucking morning. Dude, I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. And like, I'm trying to like go into fix it mode, and I'm like, I am not computing what's going on. This does not make any fucking sense. This has never happened before. So I'm sitting there looking at all of my coworkers and I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, I don't know what happened. Out of fucking nowhere, here comes Patricia down the fucking hallway. Oh my God, what happened? What happened here? Oh my God. Did somebody call maintenance? oh God, we're gonna have to check on the suite below us. Like it could have leaked into their office space. Oh my gosh. Has anybody let Tom know? You guys, she comes and stands right next to me and she's still like, oh my God, like doing this whole thing. She looks over at me and before I can even say anything, because I was about to go into my spiel and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know how this happened. This fucking lady. Do you not look? Do I not look at what? Yo, ugly ass? Look at what? Y'all, this is happening in front of everybody, might I add. Do you not look into the coffee canisters before you press start? Then, bitch, this lady looked over at one of my male coworkers and she was like, I mean, I figured that would be common sense, you know? Like, Patricia, did you start the coffee this morning? Yes, I did. I was the first person in the office this morning, so I went ahead and started the coffee. It's just common sense to look inside of the coffee maker before you press start to make sure that it's not full. No, I always start the coffee machine. Bitch, I wasn't always the first person in the office, but people would go to their desks immediately and I would be there shortly after and I would start the fucking coffee makers. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. Like, even if I was 5 minutes late, bitch, I would start the coffee makers. Y'all, this lady was fucking nuts. She starts telling me that it's common sense. Like, who does that? Oh my God. Like, this is gonna be such a costly mistake. And like, you know, double checking. Like, she starts doing like this jabby shit. She keeps insinuating that this happened because of my lack of attention. You guys, some of the executives start coming out, like the CEO and the CFO. And they see the mess. And you guys, they were so fucking gracious and nice to me about it. And literally, the CFO like came to me and he was like, I mean, who's gonna look into these large canisters? Like, you're always the one that makes coffee. And I was like, exactly. Finally, maintenance comes. They have to like get this fucking suction thing up there, suction up all of the liquid. And then they like scrub the carpet and then they had to have industrial fans in there for like a full business day. And oh my God, it was such a fucking mess. Y'all, I thought I was gonna be in so much fucking trouble because it was a big ordeal and it was a big cleanup. And my supervisor came and talked to me and I swear like Patricia had to go to the bathroom at the exact same time that my supervisor came to my desk. And she was like, hey, like what happened? And I told her, I was like, this is something that like I have been here for months and months and months. And this is my norm. This is my routine. And like, it's never changed. So like, it never dawned on me to look into these dark containers before I press brew. Cause like, I'm always the person that makes the coffee every morning. So I just did not think to do that. And like, I will do that going forward. I'm so sorry. And she just sat there and she was like, and y'all, my supervisor could see straight through what Patricia did. And she was like, no, everybody knows that you always start the coffee. I don't know why Patricia did that, but going forward, yeah, let's make sure that we're double checking just in case, because, you know, we definitely don't want this to happen again. Like, she was looking at me like, bitch, because, you know, like, this lady is fucking crazy. I don't get in any trouble. I don't get written up. I don't get nothing. Like, nothing happened. And I swear, like, Patricia had the biggest fucking attitude about it. Y'all know I can wait a bitch out. I can wait a bitch out and make a bitch think that I forgot that she did me wrong. As time went on, one of my coworkers that worked in the same area of the office as Patricia, she starts venting to me that she has a cubicle right next to Patricia. And she starts telling me, oh my God, this bitch is on Facebook all the fucking time. Like, she's always looking at like cat videos and like funny videos, home videos. So one day we go to lunch together and she keeps telling me that Patricia has been on Facebook. And like, this was happening week after week after week. And I was like, what? She's on Facebook like that? And she was like, yeah, bitch. And like, she just be watching videos all day. Like, I don't even know what the fuck she does besides like being a pain in people's asses. And I was like, oh my God, like, no way, right? I banked that shit. I banked that shit. One day comes around, bitch. I have to go to lunch. We have like a holiday party or some shit coming up and there's like invitations that we're giving out to people. But we had to like customize the envelopes, put some stickers on it and shit. Anyways, it was like a little project, right, that I was working on at my desk during my free time. I had to go to lunch and the only person that was available to cover my lunch was Patricia. At this point, you know, we're kind of being cordial. She thinks that I forgot about the whole ordeal with the coffee machines and everything. And, you know, everything's all good. She covers my lunch and she was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll take care of a few of these invitations while you're gone. Like, basically saying that she's going to help me with my project. And I was like, oh, thanks. That's so sweet of you. Thanks. So I go to my lunch. I stay gone for an hour. I come back. She's gotten a decent amount of the invitations done. And as soon as I walked up to the desk, she was like, hey, I just want to finish these up real fast. I have like 5 more. She was like, but I ran out of the stickers. Can you run to my desk really fast, grab them? Like, they're on my printer. I just printed out some new ones. She was like, can you bring them to me and I'll finish them real fast? Sure. I make my way across the office. I go around the corner. I go to her cubicle. She has a small little personal printer in the corner of her cubicle. She had one of those screensavers on her computer with like the different colors, which I accidentally, bam! She hadn't locked her computer, bitch. She didn't lock her computer, bitch! Made a teensy weensy adjustment to the volume of her computer. Set that bitch on the highest volume possible. Grabbed the sheet from the printer and took my happy ass back to my desk. Gave the printout over to Patricia. She finished the invitation. She took the whole pile back to her desk. Everything is all good, bitch. Not even 2 hours. Like, it was right before the end of the day. All of a sudden, I hear like blaring fucking horns. And it's like jazz music or some shit. And it is loud, bitch. It is so fucking. There was a huge ass meeting happening right behind me and they all fucking heard it. I literally saw their heads in the window be like it was so fucking loud. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because Miss Patricia was on Facebook again, bitch. And so when she played that fucking video, whatever the fuck she was watching, dun dun, it was loud as fuck. Y'all, she didn't check her volume before she played it. Like, it's fucking common sense, you know? Like, check it beforehand. That is my petty story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you already know what to do with that like button. It helps your girl out with the algorithm. I would love you forever. And of course, definitely make sure you're a part of my glam fam. I would love to see you every single week so I can take your mind off of any crazy shit that's going on in your life, because the world is crazy and we're just trying to survive. And here are the nails. Cute, right? I love y'all so, so much. Be safe out here in these streets, and I will see your fine ass in my next video. Peace out, y'all. Don't be letting these old bitches punk you.